Welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to make meringues. So let's start by separating 3 eggs. So you just want the egg whites here. Save the egg yolks as well. We're going to put them aside and we are going to make custard with those in another video. So stay tuned for that. So easiest way I find is just to separate the egg like this and put it between your hands. I don't like to use a method with the shell because that can pop the egg yolk quite easily. So this is my preferred method. And you're also going to need 150 grams of fine sugar, also known as berry sugar. Okay, so put your egg whites into your stand mixer. And we're going to start on a slow medium speed and then build it up. This just helps you get a much more stable foam rather than going full whack. Now here we're going to turn up the speed. You can see it's getting nice and frothy. At this stage you can see the peaks are starting to form, but these are quite soft. So you want firmer peaks. So you can see it still flops over. That's not the kind of firm peaks we're looking for. Okay, so now at this stage we can turn up the speed of the mixer and we're going to start adding in our sugar. So when you add the sugar, it's going to get nice and glossy. It's going to start incorporating it. Add it into like 4 stages. Don't just dump it in all at once. So after all the sugar has been incorporated in stages, you can scrape down the sides and you can see now the peaks are starting to form. They're really, really nice and firm and glossy. So scrape down the sugar from the sides like this. Put the mixer back on full speed. And this is how you're going to check to see if all the sugar has dissolved. Just rub a little bit of meringue between your fingers. And if it's still grainy like this was, then that means it needs a bit longer. Now at this stage, it's perfect. There's no more graininess. So feel free to tip this upside down over your head. You can see that is beautiful, glossy, and firm. Now the secret to getting a really chewy marshmallow center in your meringue is to add a teaspoon or 3 grams of corn flour with a teaspoon or 3 grams of white wine vinegar. Make that into a slurry. Pour that into your meringue mix and just fold it through like this. This is going to give you next level chewy meringues. Okay, line a baking tray with a piece of parchment paper, but put down 4 blobs of meringue first. This just helps the paper stay in place. So we're going to put this meringue into an oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit and then drop it down to 250 as soon as we put it in. Now you can pipe your meringues, but I feel like it just looks a little bit too store-bought industrial that way. This is much more exciting. You get lots of different little shapes. So just take a big spoonful at a time and just dollop it on. Then take a back of a spoon, make an indentation in the middle, let your artistic side run wild, and then we can later fill this with whatever we like. Okay, so now you've got all your meringues. Put this into the preheated oven at 275 and then immediately turn it down to 250. Leave it in there for an hour and then turn the oven off, and after 2 to 3 hours, your meringues are going to look like this. They should peel away nicely, and if you look at the bottom, this is how you can tell they're cooked perfectly. Very, very nice. And on the inside, they're so gooey. Just look at that, and then super crisp on the outside. And there you have it. You now know how to make beautiful, crispy, fluffy, gooey meringues. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want some ideas, here I've just put some chantilly, passion fruit curd, and some strawberries. Plenty luxury indeed. See you on the next one.